Okay, a similar type of question where we're graphing again. The relationship in this case, d equals minus 2t plus 3. And one of the first things we notice is that we have different variables here. Instead of a x, we have a t. Instead of a y, we have a d. And so that's perfectly great. All we have to do is just make sure we keep track of which one is which as we work through it, but it's going to work the exact same way. So again, at this point, probably easiest making a table. And in this case, instead of an x in our first column, we would have a t. And instead of a y in the second column, we would have a d, because a d is in the place that the y would normally be. All right, so same idea. Let's pick some points. If t is 0, then what is d? So minus 2, and if t is 0, what does d come out to? So negative 2 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. So when t is 0, d is 3. Okay, so let's get another one. If we have t is 1, and we plug that in, the 1, negative 2 times 1, a negative times a positive is a negative, so negative 2 plus 3 is plus 1. Okay, so when t is 1, d is 1. Try a negative again, negative 1, and if we plug that in, negative 2, negative 1, plus 3. Now remember that a negative times a negative is a positive, so negative 2 times negative 1 is plus 2, and plus 2 plus 3 is 5. Now that's a little bit big on our graph, so maybe we'll do one more, just in case that one doesn't fit in there very well. Let's try a 2. D is equal to, remember we want at least 3 points on our graph. And because the 5 is a little bit bigger, maybe it won't fit on our graph quite as nicely. So let's see if we can get one that will fit on there, and so that we have 3 good points to work from. So we have negative 2 and 2 plus 3, and negative 2 times positive 2. Negative times a positive is a negative. And so we have negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. So yeah, that worked out nice. So it's going to be a little easier to graph that one probably. So let's go to our axes. And in this case, instead of an x-axis, remember that's going to be a t-axis. And instead of a y-axis, that's going to be a d-axis. All right. So, and again, let's draw some points in here. And we try and draw them. If you have graph paper, that's awesome. If you're doing it by hand, just try and make pretty close to equal spaces between those ticks. And let's see if we can graph those in. So when x is 0, y is 3. So with x equals 0, it means we're not going to the right, that is positive. We're not going to the left, that is negative. We're staying right on that axis. And then we go up 3. 1, 2, 3. And so we can mark it up there. And if we find it easier, sometimes it's easier to make sure this is nice and clear. Okay. And so the next point we're looking at is 1 and 1. So over 1, up 1, and there we go. There's our second point. And our third point, negative 1 and 5. Again, that one ends up, we could draw in 4 and 5, and it would be way up here somewhere. Negative 1 and 5. So kind of like that. Oh, sorry. Move it up 1 up here. So here, let's just get that sorted out. There, up there somewhere. And just one that's probably easier to align with that next one is if we go 2 and negative 1. So we have our line right there, our point right there. And so we draw our line through there. And we can draw arrows on both sides of that line, again, just to say that it goes on forever in both of those directions. Always good practice to be doing that. And there we go. We have our graph.